I'm willing to give up a more aggressive bull market for a much longer, much more sustained bull market. Because if we get the much longer, much more sustained bull market, then I think we can go to like 250, 300,000, much higher. So it's all a function of time.
What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Mite, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto oceans. If you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat!
Crypto Crew, we're in July of 2025, and as of the making of this recording, still no big movements or signs the next leg of the bull run has kicked off. And to be honest, no one knows anything really.
Rule number one of crypto: nobody has a crystal ball, and that means nobody.
No.
Trump doesn't, Saylor doesn't, nobody has one. Right?
That's right, Wolfie, and that's the crypto ocean for you. Now, today we will hear an interesting perspective on this next leg of the 2025 bull run from a crypto vet using history and fundamentals paired with a simple yet seemingly logical breakdown. Stay tuned, Crypto Crew.
Trillion-dollar infrastructure, locked away from ordinary investors. Until now, tokenization changes everything. Think Kaspa.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Now, before we start, Crypto Crew, always remember to keep your crypto investments safe. Practicing self-custody is key, especially during the 2025 bull run. In my personal opinion, the Tangent Wallet is your best option. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage out there. So if you wish to order your Tangent Wallet today, you can get 10% off using code Crypto Crew. Check out the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
10 blocks per second means real-time settlement. Real-time settlement means real-time business. Welcome to instant commerce. Think Kaspa.
Ran Neuner, better known as the founder of Crypto Banter, one of the biggest crypto channels here on YouTube, was a successful entrepreneur before he got involved in crypto. Ran has gained the experience from previous bull cycles, and during the previous bear market when Kaspa was one of the best performers, Ran Neuner gave credit where credit was due.
Kaspa, which actually means silver, by the way, Kaspa is supposed to be money. It's proof of work money because it's very, very, very fast transactions. And I'm going to be honest here, and I know that the maxis are going to hate me for it, but I would say that since the launch of Bitcoin, Kaspa is the most impressive piece of technology that I've actually seen, to be honest. One of their founders is someone who is, I mean, people think that he may have been related to Satoshi. I'm not going to go down any conspiracy theories, but suffice to say, this is one of the smartest guys in blockchain ever, and this is one of the smartest pieces of technology in blockchain ever. This is a coin with amazing, amazing, amazing technology, and probably the most powerful community that I have seen in crypto ever. I don't think there's a more powerful community than of course, the Bitcoin community, but I don't think that there's a more loyal, more strong a community in crypto. These guys are diamond hands. These guys are full believers. They believe in the technology. And I mean, the tech's good. Now, the founder of this chain is a guy called Jonathan Sompolinsky. And this guy's really smart. The technology is very, 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 very good. Here we go. It says, it was the Ethereum paper. It said, YS's work is referenced in the Ethereum white paper, a clear sign that he was crafting crypto concepts from the start. He could have been an early architect too. So you can see that he was actually cited in the Ethereum white paper. So he's an OG and he's been here for a while. And as I say, this is, for me, one of the most powerful communities in crypto. You can't fade Kaspa.
As of recently, we haven't heard any coverage on Kaspa coming from Crypto Banter, but I personally believe once the bull run hits its next leg, Kaspa will have its moment and more content creators that may include Crypto Banter will pick up on Kaspa. That doesn't mean whatever Ran says or doesn't say goes, but just because you can't see the desired gains right now, Crypto Crew, doesn't mean you should lose faith in your investments.
Kaspa is built different from the rest of crypto. Scalability, speed, security, decentralization define this project. This is one of the few proof-of-work coins in the space today, besides Bitcoin and Litecoin. And this is significant because pretty much every coin created today is proof of stake. The community, the momentum behind this project is noticeable. I think Kaspa is about to surprise a lot of people in this upcoming bull market.
Altcoin Daily, who still engages with the Kaspa community on X, but hasn't covered Kaspa himself for a while now, had Ran Neuner over for an interview just recently where he shared an interesting take on this current bull cycle. Listen in, Crypto Crew.
So where are we today with this crypto bull run? Are we more towards the end? Is it almost over? Or are we in the middle?
I think that up until now, people have spoken about crypto in 4-year cycles. To be more specific, we've had 3 of these 4-year cycles. And people were talking about whether this is a 4-year cycle. Now, I want to quickly just share a chart with you quickly. So this is, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the Bitcoin chart. I'm going to quickly just put it onto a weekly time frame so it compacts beautifully. Okay, this chart, let me just open another chart that takes us a little bit further back. I think this one will take us a little bit further back. So these are the 3 cycles. That's the first cycle. It's the 2017 cycle. You can see that basically this cycle went all the way and it topped around the 18th of December, the 11th of December. That was the first cycle. The second cycle kind of topped more or less around the 8th of November. You can see it over there. That's the 2021 cycle. And the third of the 4-year cycles is the one that we're in now. And if you look at the cycle, what you can see is it looks in shape very similar to the one before, right? So you can see we had like a top over here. This top was in December. This top was a little bit later. I think it was in April. Then we dipped as we dipped over here. And now we're climbing up, and this pattern looks awfully familiar. If this plays out, like this thing over here played out, we could actually top as soon as November this year if it plays out more or less like that. So going by history, you'd kind of say that we could be close to the most aggressive part of the bull market, the part that actually takes us to the top. And I hate saying this because I know that every time people say this time is different, it never is different. But I'd like to hope that this time is different, and that we're going to have a much longer, much more sustained bull market. But for now, my base case is, look, I'm preparing myself for a very vicious run between now and November.
Crypto Crew, this is why I keep stating now is the time to study and research, and if there was a time to invest before the bull run's next leg kicks off, it will be now. Not financial advice, of course. In the next segment, Ran talks about spotting the tops to exit, which is the hardest part of this all. Then he talks about 2 scenarios which, spoiler alert, both are favorable for Kaspa.
Market tops are pretty simple to spot. Once you have a trained eye, you get retail people coming in, YouTube numbers start going up, altcoins start running much faster than Bitcoin. People take more altcoin leverage than they do Bitcoin leverage. There's a ratio of altcoin leverage to Bitcoin leverage. But when the altcoin leverage ratio gets equal or bigger to the Bitcoin leverage ratio, you know that there's a lot of froth in the market. And so I'm preparing myself for a very aggressive end of year. If it doesn't come, actually it's a good thing because that means we may be in a much longer, much more sustained bull market. If it does come, then the idea is to ride the wave and to just be able to identify the top signals. And when you see those top signals, to actually be able to exit, because that's the hardest part.
Let's just play out both scenarios. Let's say it does come. Bitcoin today is just over $100,000. You know, if we have this aggressive next 3-4 months, maybe that takes Bitcoin to 150, 180, under 200, something like that. Would that be the bull case for Bitcoin?
In the short term, my number is a little bit higher. Mine's around 200, 250,000. And that, you know, if we get into the aggressive bull market, 200 to 250,000. I kind of see that happening before the end of the year if we get the aggressive bull market. Yes, I think that's the bull case for Bitcoin this cycle. If we have a short cycle that's relatively aggressive. I'm going to give you some perspective. If we're talking about a top in November, we're talking about 130 days from now. Just like imagine that you have 130 days left in this bull market, and that's how aggressive the runs are if we follow the 4-year cycle. As I said to you, I'm secretly hoping but that's not the case. I'm willing to give up a more aggressive bull market for a much longer, much more sustained bull market. Because if we get the much longer, much more sustained bull market, then I think we can go to like 250, 300,000, much higher. So it's all a function of time.
Shout out to Crypto Banter and Altcoin Daily. I like Ran Neuner's perspective because it means you can relax as long as you put faith in this process. I personally believe the next phase of the bull run hasn't started yet at the making of this recording, and that means more precious time for the Kaspa dev team and the distinct projects on Kaspa to roll out their respective projects. The vast majority on the crypto ocean has failed to stay relevant and or has died already. There's only one chance to make a great great first impression. Since Kaspa is building something revolutionary, taking time to develop correctly before launch is much better and sustainable. Cut out the noise and the lack of price action in the short term, and if you hold Kaspa, Crypto Crew, understand the value you possess.
Neolithic tools served basic functions. Ethereum serves basic functions, both primitive by modern standards. Evolution continues. Think Kaspa.
Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing here on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace, and let's make some crypto waves. Say aye.